Hi everyone, I'm Kanika Saxena from kanikasaxena.com. Hope you're all doing well. I'm back again with some food for thought for you this week. My previous two videos were directed towards women, and some of my friends asked me if Food for Thought is a channel for motivating women or a women's empowerment channel. Well, it's not so. Food for Thought is a channel where I talk about current issues, things that impact our lives, and I urge my audience to question themselves, question their beliefs, and think of an alternative perspective of looking at the same problem. And this week, I will be talking about one of the most important aspects of our lives, stress. If you like the topics discussed in my videos, do subscribe to my channel, Food for Thought with Kanika Saxena. So, stress is a word that we are all familiar with, and we have all faced stress, we have all experienced stress in some way or the other at some stage in our lives. And many of us actually tend to believe that stress is normal, and we have accepted it as a part of our lives. But you will be surprised to know that stress is the cause for almost all diseases that we face, whether it's blood pressure, diabetes, anything. So, is it actually good to normalize it? Shouldn't it be something that we need to address, that we need to take care of? We need to manage our stress so that we are more at peace, we are able to face tough circumstances better, and we can prevent certain diseases. Now, stress in certain catastrophic happenings, in case of death of a loved one, or even the pandemic situation, in such cases, it is valid to an extent, because these are things we can't do anything about, and they will stress us out. But there are many issues, there are many trivial things that we focus on too much, and we let them grow too big, and they cause stress to us. And these are things that have become a part of our everyday lives, and we have grown so accustomed to them that we don't realize that they actually are causing stress and damaging us. So, let me talk about five of these stress triggers that we can definitely do without. Number one, striving for perfection. Most of us want to be perfect at everything we do. Whatever we take up, whatever we try, we want to be the best. We want to be excel at it. We want to be perfect. And this drains a lot of our energy. It stresses us out, because it's impossible for anyone to be perfect at everything. And not just that, there is no fixed concept of perfection. What might be perfect for me may not exactly be perfect for you. So, what exactly are we trying to achieve? So, if you think of it that way, you'll realize that perfection is not something that can be achieved. You might work hard, you might do a lot of things, and you might get this feeling that yes, I'm perfect. But tomorrow, when you talk to someone else and they point out that okay, you are one, two, three things, but you have not accomplished number four. So, how do you call yourself perfect? So, there is nothing like perfect, and trying to be perfect only stresses us out. It doesn't do anything good in good to us. So, yes, we need to do things well. but it's excellence that we should strive for, not perfection. The second stress trigger is worrying too much about the future. I have seen people who are persistently worrying about their future. They are least interested in whatever is going on around it, only thinking and planning and how my future will be. And you've heard of the term fear of future because you don't know what the future holds for you. And you keep on thinking and planning and planning. Now, future is unpredictable. The pandemic has shown us this. We have been planning a whole lot of things, and then came the pandemic, and we didn't know what to do, what was happening, because that was a future that we could not have prepared for in any way. So we need to plan for our future. We need to make some financial planning, take care of certain aspects, our investments and other things. But uh, a future should not become planning for future should not become an obsession. You need to live in the present. In planning for your future, if you stress yourself out so much that your health is impacted, then the future for which you are saving up, so for instance, if you're saving a lot of money for your future, that money will be used up in addressing the health issues that you have created in your present by worrying too much about your future. So, plan for your future, but do not obsess about your future. Do not worry endlessly about your future. Number three is the rat race, or always being in a competitive state. I've seen many people who are always in a state of competition. They always want to get ahead of others. They're trying to be better than others at everything. And many parents pass this on to their kids. They want their kids, they're not that much interested in how the kid is doing for himself than they are in how the kid has gone ahead or is behind his peers. So we not only create this competitive, we not only have this competitive feeling, but we also pass it on to our kids, and it continues over generation. So we have created an environment where everybody is running their rat race trying to get ahead of others. Now ask yourself, what are you trying to get ahead of? Today you might be competing with four people and maybe getting ahead of them. But does it end there? You will tomorrow you'll come across another four people who will be better than you, and then you try to get better than them. So this becomes an endless exercise, and at the end of the day it's worth nothing, because you can keep on trying to be better than others and get ahead of others. People even use unethical methods and unscrupulous ways of trying to get ahead of others. And this all these things finally cause a lot of stress, because you're always restless, you're always worrying about what the other person is doing and how I can beat the other person. I've seen it in women when they go for parties and stuff, so they are trying to dress up so that they look better than the other person. So that takes a lot of planning, thinking what the other person might be wearing, how she will come. So I have to be better than that. So this again is an unnecessary stress we can do without. If we focus on our lives, if we focus on trying to do whatever we are doing to the best of our ability, that should bring us satisfaction. It's not about what others are doing, how they are doing it. That doesn't matter. It's what we are doing, what we do, and the results we get, and how we can improve it so that we make our lives more beautiful, more fulfilling. Then there is social media stress, stress number four. So Social media is something that has become a very powerful, uh, a very powerful medium these days, and we are all on social media, be it Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. So all of us have a presence on these platforms. I know many people will say that no, I don't use social media, I'm not on Facebook or Instagram. But are you on WhatsApp? Did you know that WhatsApp is also social media? So I don't think any of us in the present generation is untouched by WhatsApp. So WhatsApp is has become a part of our lives. So now again, what is the stress that social media causes? When you post something on social media, you're constantly checking to see the likes, the comments, what you've received. Then not only that, you're comparing it with what others have got, the kind of response others have got, and all this keeps you engaged all the time. You're just scrolling through your mobiles, just looking at what is happening on social media. You don't want to stay away from social media because of FOMO, which is fear of missing out. So this constant pressure to be on social media, to keep seeing how people are responding to you, that causes stress. And then we have the next stress trigger is peer pressure. There are so many things that we do just because we want to belong in a group. There's nothing wrong with trying to be a part of a group because we are social beings and we need to be accepted. We need to be a part of groups. But the problem is when you have to compromise on your values, on your belief systems, just to be a part of the group. And this happens especially among teenagers who just want to be accepted, and they're willing to compromise on their beliefs, and this causes a lot of stress because there's a tussle between their intrinsic beliefs that they've grown up with and what is happening outside, how what their friends are doing. And many times they just give up and just to get accepted, and these things stress the person out because even though they have compromised on their values and beliefs and have found acceptance, they are still uncomfortable from within, they are still stressed out, they are not happy doing what they are doing. And besides these, there are many other stress triggers that have become a part of our lives, and there is these need to be addressed. This is because if we take care of these tiny little stress triggers and address them, then we empower ourselves and we are better equipped to manage the tougher situations in life, for instance the pandemic. So if you have uh, been mentally strong, if you have not been stressed out because of trivial issues, you would have found that it's easier for you to cope with difficult situations. And this is the reason that we need to learn to manage these trivial issues and become stronger people. Uh, these stress triggers and more are discussed in my book, Are Teeny Tiny Stress Triggers Troubling You? This is a quick and easy read. It talks about all the stress triggers that I've spoken about, plus other stress triggers like stress caused because of money, stress in trying to be famous and trying to be powerful. So all these different stress triggers are compiled in this book, and I have not only raised awareness towards these stress triggers, but also suggested ways of addressing them. The last few pages of the book have a scratch pad where the readers can write their stress triggers and solutions for them. So these are the pages where you can, talk about my stress triggers and solutions. So you can think of the solutions suggested by me, or put on your thinking hats and come up with original solutions. You can share your solutions with me on my through email. And the good news is that our teeny tiny stress triggers troubling you is now available for Prime reading. What this means is that Amazon Prime members can get the paperback version of this book at zero delivery charges. So, yes, make use of this offer and get your copy of Our Teeny Tiny Stress Triggers Troubling You and Empower Yourself. The link to this book is mentioned in the description below. Do like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Food for Thought with Kanika Saxena. Do comment on this video because your words matter. Like my Facebook page and follow me on Instagram. All the links are mentioned in the description below. Thank you for watching this video. Bye bye. See you next time.